Good morning, Crestwood. Happy New Year to you. It's so great to be coming to you in this first Wednesday of 2023 to start this new year together and trust that God has great things planned for us in this coming year. It's such an honor to serve as your pastor and an honor to bring you this devotional for Wednesday, January 4th. It seems like this year's off to a rough start in a lot of ways for a lot of people already. I'm just thinking about the torrential rain we've had here in Lexington the last couple days, and just talked with a friend whose basement's flooded and they're dealing with those issues. We've had a couple deaths in the church, which is never how you want to start a new year. And so just a lot going on and a lot of reasons for us to feel like, well, maybe 2023 isn't going to be that great. But I also want to pause and just think about the things that we should be thankful for. When I think about that, I know a lot of people who should be a lot happier than what they are because they have everything they need. And I know some people who should not be nearly as happy as they are because they are dealing with a lot. And yet in the midst of that, they are happy. And I think the difference in that is gratitude. I read this morning, and this has really stuck with me today. And it's this: we're not grateful because we're happy because we are grateful. So if we're only thankful when things are going well, then gratitude is just this fleeting feeling. But it's our gratitude, it's our thankfulness in all circumstances that creates our happiness, that dips into our reservoir of joy. So there are reasons to be grateful no matter what we're dealing with. And that's true regardless of the circumstances of life. Scripture says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." No matter what this day holds for us, whether it's good news or flooded basements or tragedy, there is something to be grateful for even in the midst of every single day. First Thessalonians reminds us, be thankful in all circumstances, because when we do that, that is what helps us remember God's presence with us even during the most difficult times. What I found often is that people who do not practice gratitude instead always feel like things should be better for them than what they are, even when life is grand, even when they have everything they could possibly need, more than they could possibly need. If they don't have gratitude, then they always think they should want more, and that is what we call entitlement. And when we don't have gratitude, then entitlement tends to take over, and a person who feels entitled is never happy because they always feel like there should be something more for them than what they have. And when we're in that sort of spirit, then we're missing all the blessings we have around us. We're missing all the reasons to be thankful that we have in our lives. And so I want you to think about that. And I want to encourage you to practice gratitude. It's an active thing that we seek. It's not a passive feeling, but we have to practice being grateful, because there are days, honestly, when I don't want to be thankful because life sucks and things aren't going well and people die and rain falls and things can just be challenging. That's, I think, when we most need to practice gratitude, because it helps remind us of God's presence and God's blessing and God's provision. It helps ground us. It helps balance out the negative feelings that we may have. And that takes practice, just like being good at anything takes practice. So I want to encourage you to practice gratitude. And on days when you don't feel it, fake it. Just fake it. Continue to find reasons, because it is often when we practice thinking about and experiencing gratitude that it becomes a way of life for us. And when gratitude becomes a way of life for us, then we are always happy in all circumstances. We always have joy in all circumstances, because we recognize the gratitude that we feel in the way God has provided for us. And when we don't do that, I don't think we're ever truly happy. Happiness comes from the fact that we are grateful, that we are thankful, that we recognize that God has given us so much more than what we need. So today, Crestwood, I want to encourage you, practice gratitude. Continue to remind yourself there is always a reason to be thankful no matter what you're going through. And today, Crestwood, I can say with all honesty and with my whole heart, I am thankful for you. God bless you, Crestwood.